Another difference between a joint venture agreement and a shareholders agreement is how disputes between the parties are dealt with. In a shareholders agreement, usually the founders will have a majority of the board seats, so they will be in a position to control where the company goes, and there will be certain decisions on which investors will have veto rights. I'm not talking of very large boards where if the startup is funded multiple times, it may so happen that founders do not have a majority voting seat, and maybe some investor like a private equity investor may have the largest voting proportion. Okay, but this is broadly the case. In a joint venture agreement, on the other hand, both parties have sort of an equal kind of or a well balanced board, which means that there is a much more likelihood of day-to-day differences in business decisions arising and obstructing the board meetings. So how does this play out in reality? In an investment agreement, when there is any problem between an investor and a founder, the investor has the liberty to exercise his exit rights, and if he has a put option, he will exercise that. But in a joint venture agreement, it has to be carefully drafted with the right kind of provisions for both parties to have equal opportunity to buy out the party which wants to exit. So in the event of a dispute, one of the parties, now here the dispute is a difference in business decision also. One of the parties in such situations will have to choose to exit, and the joint venture agreement needs to have these provisions charted out carefully.